Okay, going live right now. Lee Roggenberg, Florida Lacrosse News. We're kind of acting as a playoff central today. We're not going to be quite as formal as we are on a normal morning coffee broadcast or on Varsity Sports Network. I've got all my information here. We've got this, we've got Notepad, I've got all four regions. We've got people out in the field giving us updates. I've got the Brevard Sports Network on the other computer, Holy Trinity and Cocoa Beach in that district final. And I've got on the NFHS, we've got Montverde and Lake Highland Prep. And that one is 6-4 Lake Highland early in the third quarter. Holy Trinity is up 10-1 at halftime. I think we can pretty much pencil that one in. We already know that Gulliver Prep has won 7-5, and that will be for District 16 in 1A on the boys' side, Region 4. And what that basically means is that Ransom, in all likelihood, is going to, let's just quickly check here. Ransom coming into the game was 30th in the rankings. They came with a nice win over Westminster Christian, which was at 18. For the 8 teams that were in that region, St. Andrews, Oxbridge, Berlin, and Gulliver were coming into the week as the 1-4. Gulliver is held, Berlin is held. St. Andrews is playing Pinecrest tonight in their district final. Oxbridge is playing St. John Paul in their district final. When you look at the numbers in this region, Ransom is likely out now. St. John Paul and Westminster, that's actually good for Westminster Christian. They have a chance to hold on to their potential slot. I think St. John Paul will probably be ahead of Westminster Christian. They certainly deserve to be ahead of Westminster Christian. It'd be kind of ridiculous if St. John Paul has the 8 seed and Westminster Christian has a 7 seed. Now, if St. John Paul wins their district, in all likelihood, looking at this, they'll probably get the 3 seed. And that would move Oxbridge out, maybe Berlin up 1. Berlin came in at 11 versus St. John Paul at 20. It's hard to see Berlin getting jumped at this point by St. John Paul. So in all likelihood, St. John Paul, if they win the district, is getting the 3 seed, while Berlin will get the 2 seed. We also have Plant. They've knocked off Alonzo 17-7. That's in Region 3, Boys 2A. Let's see, bring that up quickly here. And Plant was coming in as the number 1 overall seed in the region. In all likelihood, they keep that. Alonzo is at 7. That's getting a little close. Alonzo was ranked 18th, but, well, not really close. They're in no matter what, because 8th seed is Lakewood Ranch at 31. We have Wharton at 34, Gulf Coast at 35, both trying to get in. I believe Lakewood Ranch is in their district final. Let's see, in 10, they are, guess not. No, because we got Steinbrenner and Mitchell both in 10, and they're playing right now. So Mitchell's got the 9-4 lead in the second quarter on that one. And that would certainly make a big difference, because that would vault Mitchell probably, let's see, Mitchell coming in was 11. Riverview Sarasota is 21. So depending on what Newsom does tonight, although I think Newsom has a relatively easy path with Lakeland, I believe, is tonight. Let's see. So either way, it looks like the Mitchell-Steinbrenner winner is likely going to be the 3rd seed, although Mitchell has an outside chance to grab 2nd if they win, as would Steinbrenner. And, that's important, because if Mitchell had to play Riverview, Sarasota, or Gulf Coast, that would be an interesting possibility. But, the key thing in this region, in Region 2, is will Gulf Coast find a way to sneak into that 8th spot? as far as I'm concerned, it shouldn't even be close. They should be in the playoffs based on the resume they have. I don't understand how they're this low in this FHSAA system. They're at 35 coming into the week. They had a win over Cardinal Mooney. They've had good wins. And, right now they're struggling to get that 8th seed unless they can knock off Riverview Sarasota in the district final, which certainly is a possibility. Okay, let's look at something else here. Jupiter is up big on Wellington. That's Region 4, District 13. Jupiter expected to win that district anyhow. Wellington came into the week, and when I say the week, I'm talking about after we did the April 5th show and the ratings that came out from FHSAA. Wellington was in the 5th slot ahead of Western, which, to be honest, the way Wellington's played the last couple of weeks, they've been struggling down the stretch. Western probably will leap them. It was a 14 and a 15. Right now, it looks like the 8 teams are pretty much set. Dwyer would have had to have done something in their district in order to do so. We have Stoneman is out at this point, and the winner of Boca and Spanish River. If Boca wins, them and Spanish River are both in. If Spanish River wins, Boca wasn't even amongst the top 4 out. Maybe you would see Dwyer sneak in that way as the 8th seed ahead of Palm Beach Central. But Palm Beach Central came in at 33 versus Dwyer's 42. Palm Beach Central did get a win in the regional, and I don't think Dwyer did. And that sort of will make the difference. In all likelihood, Palm Beach Central will hold on to the 8th seed no matter what. Look over here. We don't have anything on Niceville and Childs yet. That's basically one and done. The winner gets in. No one else from the district does so. Let's go over to the girls' side. By the way, we had the Canterbury Community School game in 1A in District, I believe that's District 12 on the boys' side. That game has to be postponed, likely till tomorrow. There's a brush fire kind of behind the school. They showed a little picture of it in the Twitter feed, so they decided to cancel the game for tomorrow. In case you missed the tweet, the FHSAA told us that Saturday is when they'll be releasing the brackets. Good Friday is tomorrow, therefore the stock market and the bond market are closed, which gives me a day off, and that will allow me to sort of do a predictive show on who I think is in and who's out. And hopefully Varsity Sports Network will find a way to get it taped with me too. And we'll do a little bracketology and figure out what we think before the brackets are announced is going to be who's in and who's out. On the girls' side, Naples 10-2 over Barron Collier. It says in progress that score has been the same for an hour plus already. I don't know if they had to suspend the game because of the fire in that area, but I think Naples is hosting it. And either way, unless it's a neutral site, Naples and Barron Collier are both in Naples, and that's 30 some odd miles. But community school is in Naples too, I believe. So if they're hosting tonight, it could very well be 10-2. The game's been suspended. So we'll have to see when we get more information on that. We have Benjamin up big on South Fork in the second half, 11-4. That's interesting because this region is so stacked, it's unreal. Look at the girls in 1A. Benjamin came as the 3rd seed. South Fork is the 5th seed. Look and see the relative positioning. South Fork was 7 coming in. They did make the district final. They're going to be in no matter what. The team behind them, Calvary Christian, lost in overtime in their district final or in their district semifinal. Kings Academy is playing Heritage Del Rey tonight, and that's likely a loss. And Jensen Beach, I believe, lost to Kings Academy yesterday. So this is going to be very intriguing. We've got Heritage Plantation and St. Andrews were one slot behind those other three. I mean, this is really extraordinary. You have, when you look at outside of 1, 4, and 6 of Heritage, Delray, Pinecrest, and Benjamin, which are locks. South Fork is probably locked. They came in at 7. And then it was Calvary Christian 10, King's Academy 11, Jensen Beach 12. Those are the first 3 in. Heritage Plantation 13, St. Andrews 14. I get the feeling that no matter what comes out on Saturday, there's going to be some real teeth gnashing, trying to figure out how this one is going to work out. This is pretty extraordinary, but it looks like even with a loss, South Fork will be in the playoffs. And then we'll just kind of see. And then Benjamin will likely have the 3 seed, and they will be facing the 6 seed going in. And that's a pretty good spot for them because then they can get Pinecrest in round 2, assuming that serve holds. And they would be playing for the right to play American Heritage Delray and see if someone can get by them. Okay, just a little update. I'm looking here at Holy Trinity. They're still up 10-1. That's in the 3rd quarter. I think that's pretty much, that would be it for Cocoa Beach, unfortunately. Let's go over to that one because that was a very interesting one coming in. Let me quickly get a Lake Highland Montverde update here. 8-5 Lake Highland Prep in the 3rd quarter, 3 minutes to go. Lake Highland's defense has really clamped down on Montverde. Kind of looks like Lake Highland's getting it together too. Okay, so we go to Region 2 in 1A on the boys' side. Coming in, we had St. Edward's at 1, Holy Trinity at 2, Montverde at 3, Windermere Prep at 4. Windermere Prep is in a one-and-done district. Bishop Moore at 8, Lake Highland at 7, Jensen at 6, Benjamin at 5. Benjamin St. Edward's playing tonight. In all likelihood, it's a pick'em game. Wouldn't be surprised either team wins. Let's see. We got we've got a text came in. Let's see what we got here. 13-2 Jupiter after 3. Thanks, Victor Jewell, who's at that game sending us messages. We had Tom Demarest up at Plant. He was sending in information. We got Jason Laureano, Cardinal Mooney. Anyone out there who has my contact info, you're at a game, please make sure to text it in. And get back to, Cocoa Beach. Cocoa Beach really needed the win. Cocoa Beach was the first team out. They were at 26. Bishop Moore at 23 was the likely one they could catch. And if they had beaten Holy Trinity, in all likelihood, they would have, they would have won the district. And in likelihood, Holy Trinity would also be in. So you would have had 2 teams in that. But it kind of looks like Cocoa Beach is now going to be on the outside looking in. And that pretty much means that the 8 teams I mentioned are going to be in. And we'll have to see in what order after the games tonight. We've got, let's see, got any other girls' updates? No one's posting yet. Now let's think about Lake Highland. Lake Highland. Let's see, Lake Highland beats Montverde with the 3-goal lead late in the 3rd. Montverde came in as the number 3 seed. Lake Highland is the number 7. Montverde was ranked 15 in FHSAA. Lake Highland was ranked 22. So at 15, in all likelihood, Montverde would slot it at the 6th seed if they lose, and Lake Highland would grab the number 3 seed. And Holy Trinity, assuming they win this game, would probably hold on to the 2 seed, and that would make a bit of a difference. In all likelihood, Holy Trinity would then, instead of maybe hosting Lake Highland, might be hosting either Bishop Moore or Jensen Beach. And that's a little bit different because Lake Highland looks like they've figured it out the last week or so. Go back quickly. Still 8-5. 2 minutes left. We got Montverde with the ball. I'm not sure how this looks when I'm not watching the YouTube channel. Could someone tell me on the side there on the right. What happens when I go and I check the NFHS? Do you still see my face? Just curious. So someone on the side, please let me know that. So Lake Island right now, obviously they're in either way, but looking to grab the number 3 seed, which is very possible if they hold on this game. Gulf Coast and Venice are playing on the girls' side. Don't have a scoring yet. Go back, see what we've got here. On the boys, got a couple more in. Mitchell still up 9-4. We've got Niceville and Charles 1-1. South Walton with a 1-0 lead over Gulf Breeze in the first quarter. Oak Hall's got a 2-0 lead in the first on Maclay. Cardinal Mooney and St. Stephen's are 2-2 in the first. Benjamin's jumped out to the 3-0 lead over St. Edward's. Creekside's up 3-1 on Flagler Palm Coast. Whoa. If that's right, Western with a 4-1 lead on St. Thomas in the first quarter. Boy, that would certainly change things. But I think Western, the last time they played, I think they jumped out to a lead there too. But boy, that would be a shocker. Huge shocker. Let's take a quick look if Western managed to pull that off. And it's still early. And believe me, well, maybe what I'll do is after Montverde, I'll jump over and grab that one also on the FHSAA. By the way, it's 8-6 now. Lake Island over Montverde last minute. Montverde just put up a goal, and they just grabbed the face-off. See if they go for a quick one there. I'll stay with this for the last 40 seconds. Wow, they got a good inside look and missed the net. 8-7 going into the third would have really been, or going into the fourth would have been very good for Montverde. Backstory, if you're relatively new down here, Montverde and Lake Highland, looks like we're going to get a man up for Montverde too. Looks like there was a slash. Of course, these cameras just don't follow fast enough to see the signals and things like that. But, we've got, if St. Thomas were to lose that game and end up as the 5 seed with Western, then you'd have Jupiter jumping up into the number 1 seed. Western, in all likelihood, would be number 2, although Columbus, it would be real close, Western and Columbus, to see who would get the number 2 seed. And number 2 seed could very well be a sweet spot in this particular region, but that would make a huge difference with home field if St. Thomas would have to go to Jupiter if it came down to that. Let's see. It looks like Lake Highland is going to be able to kill off the penalty. Maybe it's not a penalty because I think I see 6 defenders out there. Okay, end of the third. Lake Highland is up 8-6. Okay, back on screen, looking over. Holy Trinity still cruising. We've got, by the way, there are 2 games tomorrow. For some reason, I believe up north, Menendez and St. Augustine are tomorrow. And I don't remember exactly who the other, well, obviously 3 games now with the Canterbury, and maybe 4 if Naples and Community School on the girls' side have to finish. Okay. Let's pop over the girls' side, see if we got an update. Benjamin now pulling away from South Fork. Pensacola Catholic up 2-0 on Gulf Breeze. On the girls' side up north, St. Petersburg Catholic 11-8 over Calvary Christian. Haggerty up big on Winter Park 6-1, so starting to get those scores in. Let's see what we got on the Twitter feed. And okay. Tampa Lax reporting on Osceola. Osceola's up 5-3 in the second at halftime over Berkeley Prep. We've got go down here a little bit. Don't see anything new there. Let's go to the home page and see if we've got anything. Okay, on the girls' side, Berkeley up 2-0 early over Mitchell on the girls' side. Take that back. That's not. It's not Mitchell. It's Academy of the Holy Names, and it's 4-2 Berkeley. I'm kind of going down the thread here. Boys, Bartow and Newsom tonight. Don't have a score yet. ESPN 106.3. Look at that. My local West Palm station. Looks like they're hosting a wrestling show of all things. Don't have anything much from up north. Remember, we had 9 games that finished yesterday. 9 districts that finished yesterday, so there are already some teams in the playoff brackets. Let's go back to 9-6. Lake Island scoring an early goal in the fourth quarter. 9 seconds in. Wow, that's a killer. Now, okay, back to the scores. I got to tell you, there's an awful lot of pretty neat graphics and videos on game previews that are on Twitter. High schools have just gotten great at this stuff, and boy, I wish I was born 40 years later. Okay, so we got on the boys' scoreboard. Still waiting to get some tweets in. Mitchell still up 9-4 on Steinberg. No update there. Oxbridge up 10-4 on St. John Paul in the fourth. Wow. That's, I have to say, I'm a bit surprised. Oxbridge has really played well, just kind of continuing to do what they need to do. If Oxbridge holds on, they're definitely the number 2 seed. Unless if Pinecrest knocks off St. Andrews, it'll be very close between them and Oxbridge for the number 1 seed. They came in at Oxbridge at 6, Pinecrest at 7. Would an Oxbridge win over St. John Paul plus getting to the final? Would that trump a Pinecrest win over St. Andrews and getting to the final? Very interesting to see. It's quite possible that should Pinecrest find a way past St. Andrews, that you'll see potentially an Oxbridge number 1 seed. We know Berlin and Gulliver are locked at 3 and 4. St. John Paul came into the game ranked 20th. Cardinal Gibbons was 25, but Cardinal Gibbons lost in the quarters. There's no way St. John Paul misses the playoffs, and it's just a matter of where they're going to be slotted. And frankly, when I've seen these teams in person, they're the number 6. They should be the number 6 team in the region with the at-large berth. I really don't know what's going on with that particular part of this. Okay, Niceville is now up 3-1 on Childs. Early in the first, obviously Timber Creek with a 1-0 lead over Winter Park. Cardinal Mooney now up 4-2 on St. Stephen's. We'll call up 4-0 on Maclay. When you talk about a season from hell, Maclay they had to cancel a game for injuries. That's how bad it's been so far this year. Creekside up 4-1, Flagler Palm Coast. Western still holding on 4-2 in the first quarter over St. Thomas. Benjamin with the 4-1 lead up at St. Edwards. We've got Rip Pratt up there. He's going to be texting us scores at the end of quarters too. St. Edwards tends to do a good job of keeping things up to date. Nothing in yet from Bowles and Episcopal School. That's also an interesting game. Let's see. Let's take a look at Cardinal Mooney's district and how that would work Okay, Cardinal Mooney came in the second in the region, ahead of Community School and Osceola, behind Jesuit. And they were at number 9 coming in. Jesuit at number 5. Jesuit's already won their district. They're a lock at 1. Canterbury 16 in the 5th slot. Cypress Creek is at 33, 1 slot behind Berkeley. Let's see. I don't know if Cypress Creek is playing. Did Cypress Creek make their regional final? Let's see. This is a 1A on the boys' side. Let's see what Cypress Creek is doing. Cypress Creek played Jesuit last night and lost bad. So in all likelihood, Cypress Creek is going to be the last team out. And Berkeley Prep, regardless of whether they win or lose, in all likelihood is going to have that slot. And if they win, they'll be the 4 seed. Osceola was 31 coming in. And Berkeley Prep was 32 and Cypress Creek was 33. So in all likelihood, it would be a swap between the 4 and the 8 seed. So if Berkeley wins, Berkeley at 4, Osceola at 8. Reverse it otherwise. Bishop Verot will likely hold on to the 7 slot. And it was a close call there, but Cypress Creek is going to fall a little bit short. Okay, let's refresh, see if we got anything here. If you missed it earlier, Gulliver Prep winning their district, 7-5 win over Ransom Everglades. Holy Trinity is now, looks like it's up 12-1. I think at the end of 3, the Pencil Lemon. Nothing new elsewhere on the boys' side. Let's go to the girls. And we've got a couple of scores coming in. Okay, it's official now. It's 4-2 Mooney after 1. Thank you, Jason Loriano. 4 different scorers for Mooney. Rick Pratt is saying 4-1 St. Edwards at the end of the first. That's a tough one. St. Edwards definitely struggled a little bit down the stretch. And Benjamin has really turned it on the second half. To be honest, even though I called it a picking game, I kind of felt that Benjamin was the favorite going into the game. And there could be a very real possibility that they can get all the way. If they do so, you could basically be looking at maybe Bowles and, in all likelihood, Bowles and Benjamin in one semifinal. And whoever comes out of Region 4. And it's hard to say who is really the favorite in 1A in Region 3 outside of Jesuit. And Jesuit versus either St. Andrews or Oxford, I think would be a very tough task for them. There's one thing that I think that, worked against Jesuit is their out-of-area schedule just wasn't quite as rigorous as some of the other schools played. And it might hurt them a little bit when it comes down to the playoff stretch. Okay. Let's hit the Twitter feed. Let's see if we got anything over there. Bunch of new tweets came in. Now it's 4-4. County of Holy Names has tied it up with Berkeley Prep. Let's take a look at that region. We had, coming into this is girls 1A, Region 3. And this was a pretty strong region on paper for sure. Out of Door Academy and St. Stephen's were basically ranked 5 and 8 coming into this week. And they're playing tonight for the district championship. So we'll see which one hangs and gets that number 1 seed. Naples came in at 16. St. Petersburg Catholic, which is winning, came in at 18. Academy of the Holy Names is 21. We had Canterbury 16 as the 5th seed. We said St. Stephen's at 8. Berkeley Prep was 28. So 21 versus 28. And, right now, I would say that if Holy Names loses, they will probably be the 6th seed. Robinson's already completed play. Barron Collier getting to the finals, all likelihood is a lock to make the playoffs because even if someone caught them from behind, they'd probably be leaping over Robinson. I think you could probably pencil Robinson as the 8th seed and Barron Collier as the 7th seed at this point. And Academy of the Holy Names and Berkeley are praying for that 4th slot right now. St. Petersburg Catholic likely will hold on to the 3 seed in Region 3. See what else we got here. Patrick Timothy. Say a hi out to Patrick there. Hope you've subscribed to the channel, buddy. Benjamin's up 12-4 in the second half over South Fork. Got some people taking shots at the orange, it looks like. White chocolate is a scam. That's cute. Okay, doesn't look like much else coming in on that part of the Twitter feed. Let's go back to ours and see if we've got anything new coming in. It doesn't look like it. Okay. Let's check the scoreboard, see what we've got. Jupiter closes out on Wellington, 15-3 final. Thank you, Victor Jewell, for the updates. Enjoy the after game meal with your son. Rip Pratt, face off fast break, otherwise close being managed. Okay, still 4-1. Rip Pratt's reporting that Luke Pisani 2 goals, Brady Quinn a goal with Benjamin. Niceville up 5-3. Still have 10-4 Oxbridge. We still have Mitchell 9-4 up on Steinbrenner. Haven't seen anything updated yet. Gulf Breeze South Walton 3-3. Oak Hall 5-0. Benjamin now up 5-1. They scored again. Creekside 4-1. Bowles and Episcopal School are at 1-1. Western is still holding on to a 5-4 lead now in the second quarter. Winter Park taking the lead on Timber Creek 2-1. Lake Mary up early and big on Vovito. No surprise. I think if you want to pick a sleeper two-way team to win the whole thing this year, Lake Mary might well be a very interesting team to look at. Windermere up big on West Orange, 12-3. St. Andrews and Pinecrest have just gotten underway. All Saints Academy, Windermere Prep, no score. Gulf Coast Riverview, no score. Actually, it'd be interesting to see if that game actually is ongoing. Gulf Coast is, and well, probably it is, because if Riverview's hosting this is up in Sarasota, so there's no reason to think that's any issue there. We've got, that's about it on the boys' side. Let's check the girls' side. They're still showing Naples 10-2. Steinbrenner is just hammering Wiregrass Ranch in the second half. Let's just take a quick look at that. To a Steinbrenner Wiregrass Ranch, 8th seed. We were talking about Manatee versus Wiregrass. Strength of or margin of victory doesn't matter. Manatee at 21, Wiregrass at 19. Both looks like they're going to lose district finals. it would really be a shame if Manatee didn't get in. I really thought that they were worthy of being in based on their schedule, but they got hammered. And it was they got hammered in their loss, and it was a very big surprise to me, the margin of error. So looks like Manatee's going to be out on the girls' side in I guess that's 2A. Yeah. Pensacola Catholic now up 5-0 on Gulf Breeze. I think if that holds, that would be Pensacola Catholic's first time in the brackets. Let's take a look at that one. It's Region 1. It's 1A. And this is on the girls' side. So Pensacola Catholic was the 5 seed coming into the week. Gulf Breeze was at 26, and the 3 seed is district favorite. Pensacola Catholic was 38. That's pretty interesting. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the boys. Never mind. Okay, where are we here? All right, Gulf Breeze came in at 26. Pensacola Catholic came in at 27. So they were they were there neck and neck. They're both going to be in either way. Now they're, looking for the right seed. And, if Oak Hall is 35 and St. Augustine's 15. So in all likelihood, whoever wins that game is the 3 seed. And the other seed, it's going to be kind of interesting on whether or not either of them would hold on to the 5th seed. Bowles is just a couple of slots behind, and Menendez is 1 behind them. So we'll have to kind of see. That's one where you could have a little bit of juggling in the second 4 in the at-large bids. Benjamin is looks like it's closing it out. It's 14-6. It's now 4-3 Mooney. Jason's reporting in. It's 4 different scores. Okay, 4-3 Mooney. Timeout with 5 minutes left in the half. If Jason calls in at halftime, we might try to, try a little something here. I'll put him on speakerphone and I'll do a little brief interview of him at halftime, get a little recap, on the game and see how this works. And if it works nicely, I'll try to, in the future, incorporate this into this type of show format. But right now, we haven't even checked in on Lake Island. Got to get back to Lake Island here. Wow. This one looks basically done. Lake Island is up 13-7 on Montverde with 5:20 left in the game. And it's Lake Island ball. I think we're getting to the point where you could pretty much pencil this one in. Lake Island all of a sudden just kind of got it together late in the year. And Montverde, to be honest, I'm surprised. This is just a couple of weeks ago. I watched Montverde, I believe, go and beat Lake Island at Lake Island. I think it was 15-10. So right now, this is an 11-goal swing in favor of Lake Island. 5 minutes to go, holding on to the 13-7 lead. Looks like we're pretty much done with that. And once that game's done, I'm going to try to find another one online that I can monitor, and we'll see what happens. Okay, back here. Nothing in on the tweets yet. Let's go. Let's see. St. Petersburg Catholic still up 11-8 Calvary Christian. That could be a final because sometimes these games end and they just don't post the final for a while, particularly if the score doesn't change. Haggerty all over Winter Park. Haggerty's second best team in their region. Let's touch base on that because that's the Lake Highland Haggerty. The Vero Beach Haggerty region. So this is Region 2, 2A on the girls' side. Coming in, Vero Beach was the top team in the state, and Haggerty was number 5. Windermere 18, Celebration 20. Then you look, you have Vieira was at 15, Boone 22, Eastridge 24, West Orange 32. So Winter Park was the first team out. They would have had to have won this game, which obviously wasn't going to happen. And so they're going to be out. It looks like we're down to the 8 teams, and it's just a matter of jacking a little bit on the at-larges. But it's in all likelihood we're going to have Vero. Vero knocked off Vieira yesterday in the district final for that. So we have Vero and Haggerty 1-2. Vieira, let's see how Vieira and Boone were. Vieira and Boone were 15 and 22. In all likelihood, we're pretty much going to hold exactly as where we are right now, assuming that Windermere holds on the women's side, or Celebration holds on the women's side. Both of them are in either way. But now it's down to Celebration in 7. It's hard to tell who they're playing because even the first 4 teams out, they're the only team in their district that's even on the top 12. So in all likelihood, we'll just leave them there. So the matchups will probably be Vero Beach and West Orange, Haggerty and Eastridge, Windermere and Boone, and Celebration and Vieira. That's going to be in all likelihood your 8 teams and how they're going to match up. This is girls 2A in Region 2. It's now 14-2. I think we can minimize the Brevard County thing at this point. Okay. See if we've got any updates on the boys' side. Still showing 10-4 Oxbridge. Niceville now out 7-3 over Childs. Gulf Breeze has now taken the lead over South Walton 4-3. As we said, Cardinal Mooney still 4-3 over St. Stephen's. Oak Hall now 6-0. Benjamin up 8-2 on St. Edward's. Cardinal Mooney 4-3, as we said. Episcopal and Bowles haven't been updated. Still 1-1 in the first. Well, it's good while it lasted. St. Thomas now up 9-5 in the second. Creekside up 7-2 on Flagler Palm Coast. Flagler Palm Coast intrigues me. I want to dig into them a little bit, get to know the program a little bit. They look like they're on the growth curve, and it looks really good. I got to see how realistic this is going to be pretty soon. Timber Creek with the 5 is now down 5-2 to Winter Park. Lake Mary up 8-1, Windermere 12-3. Those are the only scores that are in right now. Got to be getting close to halftime on Cardinal Mooney. Hopefully Jason will call in. See if we've got anything new on the Twitter. Doesn't look like it. Just talking about Plant and Alonzo. Plant people are very heavy on the Twitter feed, that's for sure. No updates yet on Osceola and Berkeley. Let's see what we've got on. Oh, by the way, even though I said on morning coffee, I really wanted to thank the community and the viewership. We went over 400 subscribers on this channel yesterday. Added 4 more at least today. So now we're at 404. We're over 5,000 Twitter followers. That's impressive, to be honest. 2,600 on the Facebook side. I haven't really pushed on the Instagram side yet, and hopefully over the summer we'll get really going on that. And the most impressive thing, yesterday we went past 1 million Twitter impressions. And from what I understand, that means someone reading a tweet that we put out or retweeted. And I'm just blown away by that, to be honest. 1 million year to date already on the Twitter impressions. If anyone out there knows how to monetize Twitter, drop me a note, lee@floridalacrossenews.com. 1 million Twitter impressions in 3.5 months has got to be worth something to someone. Okay. Go back to the home page on Twitter, see if we've got anything else. Well, they keep coming in. And it looks like Berkeley's up 5-4 at the half over Academy of the Holy Names. Thanks, Tampa Lax report. Ken Stockman. I remember Ken. Ken tweeted out something on D3 goalies. 22 teams scored 20 or more goals yesterday. SJFC put up 31 on Cayuga, and Tufts scored 32 on Bates. Thoughts and prayers to all the D3 goalies out there. That's interesting. SJFC, oh gosh. St. John Fisher, I guess, St. John Fisher College. Let's see, anything else that's on here? Yep, that's it, 14-6. Benjamin is final. Let me like and retweet that one. Congratulations to the Lady Bucks, and pencil them into their seed. Anything else here? Final is 11-4, Oxbridge over St. John Paul. That's a very impressive win. I can tell you that St. John Paul's got a lot of offense, very solid team, and Oxbridge just basically dominated the game at 11-4. Terrific win for them. Congrats, Coach Ross. We'll see whether we get there or not. Oh, Jason just texted in. Mooney's put on a little run here. It's 7-3 Mooney. A minute 48 in quarter two. Let me text him quickly and see if he's going to call in. Jason, thanks for the updates. Okay. Well, this is where you could use some commercials. Anyone want to advertise on, with us? If you've got a commercial you want to stick on, or if you want the Varsity Sports Network, get in touch with us. We're kind of at a point now where we can bring value to an advertiser that, to be honest, we didn't think we really were ready yet to do so. But the numbers are certainly there. The Varsity Sports Network show has been very well received. We can do local commercial. We can do statewide commercial very comfortably due to the format that they have in their programming. So if you have a desire to tap into our audience, which, believe me, is a demographic worth pursuing. There's an awful lot of money in the demographic and in the viewership of the website, the Varsity Sports Network, etc. Just get in touch with us. You can either contact Mark Geddes at mark@floridalacrossenews.com or me at lee@floridalacrossenews.com. We're certainly willing to hear from you and would love to help you spread your work. Okay, we've got another tweet coming in, or another thing. Okay, it's 9-2 at the half. And let me text Rip quickly. Okay. Okay, let's go back to the boys scoreboard, see what we can find. Okay, it's a final. Holy Trinity 15-2 over Cocoa Beach. Congrats to them. Certainly with the way that Lake Island has taken out Montverde 13-8, that's a final. That puts Lake Island as the champ. And in Region 2, that's going to give them, in all likelihood, the 3 seed. Montverde will, in all likelihood, be the 6 seed, which means they'd play again. That's very interesting. Montverde and Lake Highland might well have a rematch in the first round. Yeah, that's funny. And so right now, Benjamin looks like they're going to be in the 1 seed, St. Edward's in the 5 seed, which means St. Edward's will be making a trip to Windermere Prep in all likelihood. And Jensen Beach will probably fall to 7 and be matched up with Holy Trinity. And then Benjamin would probably be taking on Bishop Moore in all likelihood. So interesting game. See what happens. Lake Island coming off. You can see Coach Vandermillion. They got their huddle right in front of me here. Coach Spalding's got his team around him on the far sideline. So let's see who we can find. I'm going to quickly go to, let's see. See if Jason's Booker here. If you, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. We might have a special guest. Let's see. Booker Corrigan is at the Cardinal Mooney game. Let's see if we can get him on the phone. I'm going to quickly text, is he near you? See if we can get a response on that. Okay, so we have Benjamin up 9-2 on St. Edward's at the half. Let's see what I can find. Another game that's on the wonderful NFHS. Let's go to boys, varsity, Florida. See what else we can find. Episcopal and Bowls. That could be interesting to go see. Let's go check in on Episcopal and Bowls. It's 8-4, Cardinal Mooney at the half. Thanks, Jason. Okay, Booker, let's look you up here. By the way, for those who don't know, Booker's a longtime lacrosse announcer, does a fabulous job. And if he stays in down here permanently, it'd be great. Look at this. We got, is this right? Episcopal School's up 3-1? Or is this pregame stuff? Hard to tell. See if it catches up. Okay, Booker, I'm going to message you here. Just texting Booker right here. Hopefully we'll get a response from him. Not sure what this is, if this is pregame, Bowls, or Episcopal. It says 3-1. I can't imagine that's the score at halftime. Refresh it and see if that changes something. So we also got here on the boys' side. Nothing on the Steinbrenner-Mitchell game. They took that score down for some reason. Nice Phil pulling away from Childs. Gulf Breeze 6-4. Newsom 9-1. That should be an easy win. Oak Hall 7-0. We've got Creekside easy on Flagler Palm Coast. St. Thomas has now put up 12 goals on Western in the first half, 12-6. Winter Park 7-3. This looks, well, we'll have to see. We'll let the clock run out on Bowls and Episcopal and see what happens. I just can't imagine that's a 3-1 score at halftime. Lake Mary still up 8-1. Windermere 8-3 on Orange. West on 12-3 on West Orange. Go over the girls' side. Let's see. Mitchell was up 11-6 at the end of the third. Thank you, Scott Moore. It's a very interesting score, if that holds. Steinbrenner had knocked off Mitchell, and we're on a 13. I think they're now on like a 13-game winning streak. So that's on the line also in this. Let's see. On the girls' side, Key West all over Miami Country Day. We can pencil that in. Steinbrenner's easy winner. Pencil them in. Benjamin, Pensacola Catholic up 5-0 on Gulf Breeze in the first half. Still have the 11-8 St. Petersburg Calvary Christian score. Winter Park, that's not right. It's backwards. Haggerty's up 16-1, not the other way around. Sometimes people try to fool you. Doesn't work. Okay, let's quickly check and see. All right, they're coming out for the third quarter. We'll see how that goes along. If this is the right score, if Episcopal School's up 3-1 on Bowls going into the third quarter, this is quite a performance by their defense because Bowls has just been lighting it up. Okay, got something in from Niceville. I'm going to find out who it is because I don't have it in my contact book yet. Maybe I'll just call Booker. Let's see what happens. Let's do a live call with Booker, and let's see if what we got here. Come on, Booker, pick it up, buddy.
Hey, Lee, what's up, man?
Hey, are you in the booth doing anything, or are you just watching?
I'm doing the public address announcing, and I'm now in the bleachers talking with the great Rick Beardsley.
Well, hey, perfect. I'm live on YouTube right now, buddy. How about you and Rick give a little recap of the first half?
Yeah, a little recap of the first half?
Yep.
Yeah. Are you ready now?
Yeah, you're live right now on YouTube on my channel.
Hold on. Hey, Lee, sorry we got some music in the background here with Rick Beardsley. Rick, recap the first half. Good offense.
Yeah, I mean, I'm impressed with some of the team speed, especially with St. Stephen's with number 24 and number 17, the lefties. They've obviously been the bright spot they've had. Mooney just has too much power for him, too much athleticism, and Mooney's been finally picking up their transition, which was something that they didn't do in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, they've got 5 goals, 4 goals right off of transition. So, Cardinal Mooney athletically runs. This should end up being like a 15-7 game.
Careful on the predictions now of the Rick. Careful.
It's always.
You never know.
Always.
Never know. I'll tell you, it's 17 is Vera for St. Stephen's and 24 Milliken. Oh, 30 stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I just took them off the college to my college coaches. I just said, thank you. You're welcome. I literally just texted three college coaches and said, you probably should take a look at these guys down here. Just because they're a surprise to me. And Mooney has, lacrosse players across the board. Those kids are very good. But there's some real good athletes. I've obviously been down here to Naples at IMG a little bit more, and I've watched the North Florida landscape. I've got the RJ. He's done a real good job here. The defense becomes their best guy. And the little kid, Ramsey, is very good. Yeah, Shuari, number 7. Yes. I've had him in 1% showcase a few things. He was always an active and a very good kid, by the way. Great motor.
Hey, Rick.
Motor. And then offensively, Patrick McGrath, Sean Loriano, Gio's doing a great job. And, of course, Brown in the cage is making time.
And if we don't mention the face-off guy, Mom's going to throw dirty looks at us.
Hey, Rick. The last time I think I saw you was at Hobart at I think you were running a clinic there on Boswell Field.
Oh, when we did the showcase. Yeah, we did a showcase on Boswell back in the day with United. That's right.
Have you mentioned?
In there?
It's been a while, Rick. I mean, I graduated in 1980.
Yeah, I know. You doing all right?
Oh yeah, the channel's really kind of getting there. We broke through 400 subscribers yesterday, but I think the most impressive number is yesterday we went through 1 million Twitter impressions on our Twitter feed. Yep.
Yeah, well, if you need anything from me, don't hesitate. I'm down here. Angela's at IMG, so I'm down here quite often. So, you can find me, no problem, through Booker. Just look me up right on the gram. You know what I mean? It's not hard. So I'm happy to help you in any way. And I'm trying to get more ingrained down here to help the kids as well, because Castalia is one of my friends from, I coached him when he was younger, and I've worked with Matt for a while. So I'm doing anything I can to help him out.
Well, don't forget to check in with us once in a while.
I will, without a doubt.
Hey, the halftime's coming to a close. Thanks for all you do for the sport. And you said you were a 1918 grad or 1980. Sorry. Good job. Love you.
At this age, it doesn't matter. How about that, people? We had Booker Corrigan and Rick Beardsley. How about that for a twosome, a lucky interview on our part? If you don't know who Rick Beardsley is, look him up. I believe he's already in the Hall of Fame, but let's take a quick look and give you a little bit of an update on this. This is a big deal that we got lucky with that. Rick Beardsley. I'm going to give you his background, and certainly if you're a Casey Powell fan, you've heard him talk about Rick a number of times too. Let's see. Okay, let's get his Cuse thing here. 1992 to 95, 4-time All-American defenseman. 4 times. Always, let's see, part of the 93 and 95 national championship teams, named to the 95 NCAA All-Tournament team. That's not too shabby. Great defenseman. I wonder if where he's Lakeland High School up, I'm sure upstate New York, Empire State Games. As I said, I met Rick. Oh gosh, this has got to be probably about 2017 or something like that. I had gone up for a reunion weekend at Hobart, and he was using the field to run a clinic up there, showcase clinic up there. So listeners, you got a 2-for-1 on that one. Booker Corrigan and Rick Beardsley joining our broadcast tonight. Thanks a lot, guys. And we got Tom Congdon reporting in. That's who was giving me the nice fill. Just going to say, hey, Tom, back. And of course, autocorrect has got to make Tom Tim. I don't know why. Okay, let's get back to the scoreboard. Well, first of all, let's see what's going on with this game. I mean, here we are at 7:50. If this is actual, 7:53 to go in the third. Episcopal School of the 3-1 lead. I'm assuming that this broadcast is accurate and live. This is an extraordinary performance by Episcopal School. To hold Bowles to 1 goal, this is just, I'm just amazed. I don't know if they're trying to just take time off the clock. The defense has obviously got to be lighting it up. And right now they're just kind of, got it at X. We'll kind of see. We'll come back to this in a little bit. But right now, this is upset alert, and I mean big time upset alert. Okay. Okay, now let's go back to the scoreboard. It's 8:05 Eastern Standard Time. Let's go check the girls quickly. Gulf Breeze is 6-5 Pensacola Catholic over Gulf Breeze on the girls' side. A big game, Jupiter Palm Beach Central, huge game. Jupiter has to win that game to get in. St. Petersburg Catholic still 11-8. Haggerty all over Winter Park. You put that one in the bank. Okay, let's see what we've got on the boys' side. We've got scores we already knew. Niceville we already knew. Montferred, Lake Island's not posted, but we know what happened there. Okay, St. Stephen's with an early goal. It's now 8-5 Cardinal Mooney. Gulf Breeze 6-4 over South Walton. Newsom 9-1 over Bartow. Oak Hall 10-0 over Maclay. Benjamin 10-4 in the third. Creekside up easy. It's showing here too. I mean, this is an extraordinary upset possibility. Thank you, Scott Moore. Mitchell 12-7 final over Steinbrenner. There goes the winning streak. I think we already mentioned what's going to happen, but we'll just sort of update this. This is Region 3, Boys 2A. This is going to put Mitchell, in all likelihood, in the third. Mitchell is at 11, and Newsom's at 9, and Newsom will probably hold on to that. So it's going to be Plant 1, Newsom 2, Mitchell 3, and the Gulf Coast Riverview Sarasota game will have number 4. And Steinbrenner will be at number 5. East Lake will be probably at 6. East Lake and Alonzo, they're 1 apart. We'll have to see how that evens out. And Lakewood Ranch certainly holding on just over Wharton. In all likelihood, we have these 8 teams ready to go. But this Episcopal School Bowls scores is fascinating. 3-1 in the third. Have to see how this holds on. I'm going to text Mark to see if we got a score over at St. Andrews. Live stream of Episcopal schools. Well, it's 3-2 now. Bowles has got the ball. Episcopal School's up 3-2. Halfway through the third quarter. Kind of looks like they're playing a bit of a zone. Wow. Way over the net on that shot attempt by Bowles. Let's see. Yep. Tom, thank you very much. Keep sending them in. Okay, Bowles looking to get the tying score. Missed the net again. Bowles goalie must be having a heck of a game, too. Okay. Another shot wide. I'm going to have to check Bowles's. Too bad there's no live stats on this one. Big save. Oh, we got a whistle, looks like. What's the call? Kind of looks like maybe a man down. maybe 2 men down. Let's see how this plays out. Looks like there was a flag. We couldn't see the flag on the field. And to be honest, of all of the NFHS cameras, this is probably the best of the bunch. So we got 3-2. It looks like Episcopal's 2 men down. Let's stick with this for a minute, and I'll kind of give you a recap and see how it plays out. Ball's at X, out in the left wing, up top, up. They ran back on the field. What the heck was that? They start maybe there wasn't a penalty. That's kind of bizarre. They all came back out very quickly. Okay, timeout maybe. Looks like we got a timeout with Bowles. Still 3-2 Episcopal, 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. It would be an incredible upset if Bowles holds on to that one. I'm sorry, if Episcopal School holds on to that one. Let's go over to the Twitter feed so see what we can find. Berkeley Prep. We've got Osceola and Berkeley Prep. Looks like we're tied at 9 with 3:38 left in the game. Lake Island Girls over Bishop Moore 16-6. No surprise there. Creekside 11-2 at halftime. At the half, Plant 5-4 over Newsom on the girls' side. That's really interesting. They played 10 days ago, if something like that, in last regular season game, I think, on the girls' side, and Newsom beat them by 10 goals, 14-4. Plant is looking to flip that around. That's a heck of a performance by Plant in the first half. Let's see. Nice, Phil's got a Twitter, but that's early. Okay. We thank all of you, by the way, who are out in the field, who are providing the information to us. Tom, thanks up in Niceville. Jason over at Cardinal Mooney. We had the Brevard Sports Network broadcasting, Holy Trinity. We've got others around sending us info into, and Rip Pratt up at St. Edward's, Vic Jewell over at Jupiter, Tom Demers at Plant. Thanks, guys, for everything. And, again, if you're out of game, Scott Moore, for updating us here on the YouTube channel. And, it just looks like there's always some sort of fun and suspense in this. And we'll have to see how that continues. You love to see 1 or 2 upsets, without question. Let's check in on the boys' scoreboard, see if we've got something coming in on some of these games. Got Winter Park 8-3 over Timber Creek. Oak Hall's up big. Cardinal Mooney's now 11-5 over St. Stephen's. Looks like they're pulling it away. Benjamin 11-5 over St. Ed's in the third. Gulf Coast and Riverview 2-2 in the second. St. Thomas 14-8 in the third. Lake Mary pulling away. Creekside pulling away. Windermere pulling away. Nothing yet on St. Andrews. Mark, thought you were at St. Andrews. I have to call you up, Mark, since you're not texting. Let's see if he'll answer the phone. Never mind. He just texted in. Wow. Pinecrest St. Andrews 4-4 at the half. Let's call him. Let's get a little update. Hey, we're live on YouTube. Why don't you give us a little bit of an update?
How you doing that?
Very simple. I'm holding the phone next to the computer screen.
What, and then just put my phone, what I'm saying, put my phone and bring it in somehow?
You're live on YouTube. Give us an update.
Right now?
Yeah, give us an update at the half. Yep, right now.
We're 4-4 at the break. Pinecrest, St. Andrews. It's been a 1 goal both ways. I think there's been 4 lead changes. It's going to be a busy second half. St. Andrews is going to start the half on a man up, 50 seconds left. They possess the ball at the end, so there'll be no face-off. 4-4 at the break.
And who's the goal scorers?
Goal scorers for Pinecrest, we got Nigel Vitale, we got Dylan Faison, Jordan Faison, and Kobe Geddes, each with one each. For St. Andrews, I think we've got Schulze with one, Sean Jordan ripping the back of the net once, and the other two, I'm not sure, I apologize, but number 27, actually, I don't know the young man.
Cole Hoffbauer. Cole Hoffbauer.
Yes, exactly right, yep.
Okay. That's great. Get back to us at the end of the third quarter of an update on the score.
Yeah, will do.
Thank you very much. Mark Geddes at St. Andrews and Pinecrest.
All right.
Oh, by the way, we got an interesting one up north. Oh, he hung up. It's now 3-3, 2.5. The Bulls just scored the tying goal. 3-3, 2:32 left in the third. Let's see if we can get Tom to call. Let's see if Tom Congdon can call in. I'm going to text him. See if he wants to call in and update the viewers. Bulls with the ball back, by the way. Okay, back to the live stream. See if we can get Tom to call in. While we do that, let's hop over to the Twitter feed, see what we got. Done a minute 56 left. Looks like Berkeley is. If Berkeley's the Bucks, they have the ball. Berkeley and Osceola tied at 9. A minute 55 left. Berkeley with the possession. Let's see what else. Okay, go back to the scoreboards. A little slower on the updating now. Here we go. I don't know why the girls are not very, they don't get these scores up as fast. It looks like there's no change in any of the scores. Okay, on the boys' side. Okay, see if anything's changed. Winter Park still up 8-3 in the third on Timber Creek. Cardinal Mooney 11-5 in the third. Benjamin 11-5 over St. Ed's. Oak Hall 10-1 over Maclay. Gulf Coast and Riverview still 2-2. Still 14-8 St. Thomas and Western. Lake Mary still up big in Oviedo. Creekside up big. Windermere up big. And I think Spanish River and Boca are the other game that's playing tomorrow night. That's why we're not seeing the result. Okay, let's check over here. See what we got on the home page. Looks like Berkeley is up 11-8 on Academy of the Holy Names in the second. Mitchell Steinbrenner, we know. We've got LBHS, that's none of us. Okay. Doesn't look like we have anything else coming in yet. Mooney's now up 14-5 with 2:40 to go in the third. Looks like they're pulling away. We can get close to penciling that one in. We're starting to get kind of set here. Doesn't look like there's going to be a lot of surprises in who's in a bracket. If anyone could sneak in, we still have Gulf Coast Riverview. Looks like a potentially close one. St. Thomas still up 16-8 now on Western, doubling them up. Back to Twitter here. Overtime. Okay. We're going to overtime. Berkeley Prep and Osceola. We'll see if who pulls that one out. Berkeley Prep Osceola in overtime. Berkeley with the ball last 2 minutes. Got some looks. Couldn't convert. Go back here. Bowles is, wow. Bowles just scored with 2 seconds left in the third, and it's now 5-3. So Bowles has taken the lead back from Episcopal School. We'll stay with this a little bit and see what happens in the fourth quarter. See if Episcopal School can find a way to grind it back. But that's a killer. 2 seconds left. Bowles finishing the score. We're finishing the period on a high. They were down 3-1 at the half, outscoring Episcopal School 4-0 here in the third. We'll see if Episcopal School can make a charge and come back in the fourth. It'd be nice to be able to catch a couple of others. I'd love to see if that Gulf Coast game is being broadcast at Riverview. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let me go over. I'll leave Bowles and Episcopal School for a couple minutes. Let's see if we can find the Riverview game or if Riverview has the broadcast. Okay, Rips 12-5. Benjamin at the end of the third, going into the fourth there. Let's see what we got here. Riverview, Florida. Let's see if they've got the live game. Nothing there. Let's see if it's under Gulf Coast. Could be a neutral site game, and maybe that's why. Could be an Instagram broadcast, which I haven't figured out yet. That's interesting. Why do they have this listed? Let's see what pops up on this. They have Gulf Coast and Venice for some reason listed. Automated camera is experiencing technical difficulties, of course. Yep, that's the NFHS for you. Yeah, just doesn't get the job done enough. All right, let's see what else we can find. Let's see what other lacrosse game is out there in Florida that we can get to. Varsity. Let's get to Florida. See what we've got. Kings and Heritage Del Rey. I don't think that's one already over by now. McClay and Oak Hall on the boys' side. That's not much of a game. Bartram on the girls is over. Episcopal School and Bowles, we know. Western and St. Thomas. Let's check in on Western and St. Thomas. Oh, we have Cardinal Mooney and St. Stephen's. Let's check in live on that one, see what we get. Always have to go through this Gator commercial. Okay, we're loading up Western and St. Thomas. Just take a look in there, see what we got. Okay, just doing a little text there. End of the third, 15-5 Mooney. Thank you, Jason. Okay, up. Whatever this is, it's dark. How is that possible that it's dark? It shows St. Petersburg High School for some reason. You got to hand it to the NFHS. You really got to hand it. This is almost comical. I'm also looking at the Larry Palumbo tweet as we're doing this. Got to do multitasking when you do something like this tonight. Okay, we got that score already. Sorry, Larry. So this one's not on. And of course, when you click go to go back, it doesn't always take you there. which is really kind of sucks. Varsity. This website really could use an update. Okay, let's see what we could find. Maybe we can find something. Let's check out. We can't get the Gulf Coast Venice game. That's wrong. Can't get the Cardinal Mooney game. And let's check in St. Thomas and Western, since that seems to be the only option right now. Okay, got to go through the Gator commercial again. They never give me it easy. Okay, let's look at some. We got the scoreboard refreshed. See if anything has changed. Niceville's now up 13-6 on Childs. Gulf Breeze 7-5 on South Walton. So, one's 1A, one's 2A. Newsom is up easy. Benjamin 12-6 in the fourth. O'Call cruising. Creekside 13-6. Winter Park 12-3. Okay, I've got the St. Thomas Western game up. Looks like they might be going into the fourth quarter. Still got Gulf Coast and Riverview at 2-2. Lake Mary all over Oviedo. Windermere is closed out West Orange. We were kind of talking, it looks like West Orange will probably make it in anyhow. So we've got, unless this is a timeout, maybe St. Thomas is on the man up. That's what it looks like. We're now almost an hour and a half into the broadcast, and I still have my voice. Pretty good. Let's go check out the girls' scoreboard. Hopefully something is updated at this point. Pinecrest holds on, knocks off American Heritage Plantation. 11-9 on the girls' side. That's a final. So in Augustine, handling Menendez. That's a final. East Ridge knocks off Windermere. That's one to take a look at. I think that's a mini upset. Let's see. Windermere and East Ridge, that's going to be 2A. That's going to be Region 2 on the girls' side. I think it's a 2A. No, it's a 2A. Yep. Windermere had come in ranked 18. East Ridge had come in ranked 24. So that's a mild upset there. East Ridge taking Windermere. East Ridge getting the 3 seed in all. Well, hard to say. Celebration might now move up to 3. We'll have to see how that judges. Celebration was 20 and East Ridge was 24 coming in. So East Ridge is either going to be 3rd or 4th seed. Windermere will probably, Windermere then take over the 5 seed from Vieira or Boone. Let's see. Vieira was at 15, but they got hammered in the championship game by Vero. So we'll have to see if it's going to be Windermere maybe, or if it's going to be Boone. Windermere at 18, Vieira at 15. It's going to be close. It's a possibility that we'll basically have Vero at 1, Haggerty at 2, East Ridge at 3, Celebration at 4, Windermere at 5, Vieira and Boone fighting it out for 6 and 7, West Orange at 8. That would be what it looks like now in girls 2A in Region 2. And it's nice again, nice mile. Now let's check the Pinecrest. Pinecrest was number 2. They're certainly going to hold on to that. Heritage Plantation was the first team out, and they were ranked 13. So obviously, if they had won the game, they were in with Pinecrest. St. Andrews, I think St. Andrews lost yesterday. Unless they're, let's see. I don't see a St. Andrews score. They must have lost yesterday because they're in this district. So, St. Andrews, you talk about a strange situation. We've talked about another ranking agency that had St. Andrews at number 7 in the state in 1A. And the way this looks, there's a good possibility they could be left out of the bracket, even though Kings, Jensen Beach, and Calvary Christian all lost. Because they're at 14. American Heritage Plantation was 13. Jensen 12. Kings 11. Calvary Christian, Fort Lauderdale 10. And now all 5 of them are lost, but Plantation at least got to the district final, as I think did Kings. Kings, I think, lost is the one that's playing Heritage Plantation. Yeah, that's right. And so I'm kind of looking over here to see if there was anything else I can pick up on. But I think Jensen played yesterday and lost that championship game. So there's a possibility that this is one I'm going to have to really grind on to try to figure out who's going to be in this bracket. This is girls 1A in Region 4, which was an absolutely monstrous region when it comes to rankings. 12 of the top 20 teams ranked in this region. Okay, let's go back to the boys' scoreboard, see if we have any updates. Oh, before that, let's go over and see if we got Osceola Berkeley, if that's just been tweeted somewhere. Okay, Lake Mary closed it out. Take care of that. Riverview and Gulf Coast are 3-3 at the half. Okay, looking to see if we have anything yet. Doesn't look like we've got an update out of Osceola and Berkeley. I guess they're still going. Let me check to see if someone posted it after. Second overtime, yep. So they've gotten through the first overtime, going to second overtime. Okay. We've got Flagler 14-6 after the third. Let's quickly go back, take a look at the NFHS. See what we got, because we've got St. Thomas with the ball. Fortunately, they're one of the few places that doesn't seem to have the score showing right now. They were up 16-8 last I saw. Let's see if there's any update on here on Max Preps. They got it 18-8. I think we can kind of call this one. This is definitely done. Let's go find another game if we can. Okay. Go to Florida. I have to keep going back to Florida every time I do this. Very frustrating. I wonder if we can get something on the Windermere Prep game. Let's see if we can get Windermere Prep and All Saints. So I don't see any score there. Well, it looks like we're loading. Yep. All Saints and Windermere Prep. We're going to check in on that one live. See what we can find. Wait for the commercial to end. This is a very important game because it's one and done. This is 1A in Region 2. Windermere Prep coming in as the district favorite, ranked 34th. All Saints was... Where is All Saints? All Saints isn't even listed. Oh, God. All Saints isn't even in the top 12, according to this. So this is basically it. You know, if could Windermere Prep get in? 34. Nope, no chance. If Windermere Prep loses, no, they can't. Cocoa Beach is done. All right, so this is it. Windermere Prep and All Saints are playing for the only entrance. It's 7-5 Windermere Prep. 2 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm guessing, since this might have started at 8 o'clock, that this might be the halftime. Soon we come up. LCS. Wonder where the game's being played. LCS. Lakeland Christian. Yep, Lakeland Christian. It's across, you can see it across the way. Okay, so we'll check back in with that. Okay, back to here. As we said, Windermere Prep up 7-5. I think it's late in the first half. A couple of minutes left on All Saints Academy. Winner goes to the brackets, loser goes home. Okay. Put that down, go back to the scoreboard, see what we got. See if Bowles and Episcopal School are updating at this point. It still shows 5-3 after the third quarter. So, yeah, let's go back to the Bowles game. Let's see what's going on there. Got multiple keyboards going on, multiple computers. By the way, for those of you watching, God bless you for sticking out this long. Let's see what we got here. We'll have to go through the commercial again. Gulf Breeze now up 8-6 in the fourth quarter, looking to take that district title. South Walton was actually slightly the number one seed going in. Niceville up 13-7 in the fourth. Looks like they'll be making their first appearance in the brackets. Those who missed some of the earlier scores, Gulliver Prep 7-5 over Ransom. Plant 17-7 over Alonzo. Holy Trinity 15-2 over Cocoa Beach. Mitchell 12-7 over Steinbrenner. Well, it's now 6-3, a little bit less than Foreman. Big save there by the Bulls goalie. And it's 6-3. Really have to give Episcopal credit for keeping it this close this late. But it kind of looks like big save by the Bulls goalie must be having a huge game. That's all I can think of, because every time I've turned this on, Bowles is shooting. So it'd be interesting to see. I'll definitely be in touch with Coach Carter and see if I can get a save count out of him. Also on the scoreboard, Jupiter 15-3 over Wellington. Griff Caligari, if you're listening in, 13-8 Lake Highland over Montverde Academy. We've got O'Call cruising. St. Thomas about ready to put Western away. We've got Winter Park up 12-3. Lake Mary up 15. Well, that's a final. Lake Mary, Windermere final over West Orange, 15-4. They'll get their chance. Nope. Looks like someone got hammered in the crease. Let's see. Oh boy. Looks like one of the Episcopal players is hurt. Didn't quite catch it. I was looking at the scoreboard. Riverview, Gulf Coast still at the half. Okay, I'm going to stick with the Bulls game. I'll leave it on and see if there's only 4 minutes left. We should be able to get a final pretty soon. Okay, well, we got a little bit of a lull here. Thank you to everyone who's hung in there and helped prepare. Bo Bartlett's asking about Lake Nona. Bo, I don't see any score. I haven't seen anything come in yet. Wish I did. It's funny. It's not even listed on the boys' games. Maybe it might be tomorrow, Bo. It's possible. There's a couple of games tomorrow. Let me quickly check the scoreboard and see what we've got here. They're showing St. Augustine Menendez. But, it's the Lake Nona score. It's not even listed. Unless they played yesterday. Did they finish yesterday? Let's see. Lake Nona, I think, is 2A. Let's check to see. They might have been one of the ones who finished yesterday. They're playing Dr. Phillips. It's supposed to be tonight. I don't see it listed on Max Preps. Bo, I wish I could give it to you. Yeah, unfortunately, Bo, the game is not on Max Preps that I can see. Oh, there it is. Yeah, it says in progress. I don't have the full game is on demand. They're actually on that Instagram on demand, so I don't have a score, unfortunately. Let's see if I click on live broadcast. It's showing NFHS network. Let me see if I can find that one on the NFHS network and we can get that caught up. Lake Nona. Okay, let's see. 7 o'clock start. Hopefully it's still going. Got to sit through another commercial. Stick with me, Bo. We're getting it. We're almost there. It is. Looks like it's. Let's hope that they're still playing, so it's not a black screen. Another 15 seconds, Bo. This is why we're here, Bo. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Okay, we're almost there. Let's see. Looks like the game is over. The team in the black is jumping in happiness. The team in the white, there's no score. We've got no score here. I wonder what we've got here. Is this on demand? Or is the... It looks like the game's over, but we're not... Bo, if you know who's got the dark jersey and who's... Bo, do you know who's got the dark jersey? Is it Lake Nona in the dark, or is it Dr. Phillips in the dark? Because it looks like the dark team was jumping around happy. So I kind of think that that's probably Lake Nona. Probably Lake Nona has won the game. But as I said, it's pretty tough. I was trying to hook up with Coach. Okay, we have a report in. Mark Geddes is reporting St. Andrews is now up 7-5 after 3. That's kind of been the big issue. When Pinecrest and St. Andrews have played, it's been close in the first 3 quarters, and each time St. Andrews has pulled away in the fourth quarter. And that's been true basically the last 3 games. So we'll see if that holds serve. But again, we have 7-5 St. Andrews over Pinecrest after 3. And the interesting thing being that if Pinecrest pulls this game out, it's going to be real close between them and Oxbridge for the number 1 seed. So we'll have to see how that plays out. Let's go back to bowls and see what we can find. We would figure at some point bowls would, or the NFHS would stop giving you the same commercial if you're going back and forth to different games. But, what the hell, as long as they get, a decent camera, which is hit or miss and miss most of the time. By the way, if you're listening out there at NFHS, it's almost a year now. Don't you think you could put the Jupiter Plant semifinal game from last year in the right place by now? I mean, is it really that tough to move the game over and take off the swim meet that's still stuck there? Pathetic. God. 6-3, 1:52 left. Looks like Bowles is going to have the ball. I just got to say, grinding out the win, Bowles, this is really good for them. But I got to congratulate Coach Carter and his kids. I didn't see a close game coming, to be honest. If we take a quick look, I'll see if I can quickly look up what they did in the regular season. Let's see. Episcopal School was down here. Let's see what the game was in the regular season. I think that was a rivalry game. 15-3 in the regular season. Bowles beat Episcopal. And here we are, 6-3 with 2 minutes left in the game. They had just been able to find some more offense. Okay, so let's see. I'll stick with it just to see what happens. Episcopal School's trying to stretch out, but Okay, they're in the box. Got to keep it in the box. Thank you too, Bob, for checking in. And I watched the Brevard Network game too, and I did promise Alan I would be up there, for a Holy Trinity home game. So let's see which game it is. And Bo, if you're playing, great. If you're not, come over and say hi to us at the booth, and maybe we can have some fun during the broadcast. Would love to check in with you. Okay. Back to bowls. A minute left. Looks like looks like Episcopal School's got the ball. Got the clear. Gotta hurry. You got 48 seconds left. I don't know what you're standing out there for. Get it into the shorts. Someone's gotta get to the goal here, guys. 35 seconds left. One thing I also, even though it's not going to be true in this, all right, shot, no backup. That's it. That's it for bowls. Let's go back to All Saints and Windermere Prep. See what we got there, because that was a close one too. Okay, we're getting an update from the field. Okay, so Benjamin closes it out with a bunch of man-up goals, 16-6 over St. Edwards. Pencil in Benjamin is your number one seed in Region 2, 1A. And we'll see what happens from there. Let's see if we can get an update on Osceola. Oh, they're going to 3 overtimes. We're now in triple overtime, Berkeley and Osceola. That is so damn cool. It's too bad we can't do live cut-ins. And next season, I promise, if we can get Varsity Sports Network to do live cut-ins of games, we are definitely going to be doing that. So we're waiting on that. Okay, All Saints, Windermere Prep. It's 8-6. I don't know if this might be the final score, 8-6. It kind of looks like, unless it's halftime, but it looks like some people are leaving. So, this could be the final score, 8-6. I'll leave it up and we'll come back to it and see. But if this is holding, Windermere Prep is in the brackets, number 4 seed in Region 2 and 1A, with what would be an 8-6 win over All Saints Academy. Let's go back here. Okay, we're back live. Let's go to the scoreboard on the girls' side. We still have that Naples 10-2 score. If anyone out there knows if that game was suspended because of the fire in the area, please let us know. Same thing on Twitter. Key West 15-4. That hasn't changed. That's probably the final. Steinbrenner big. Pensacola Catholic Gulf Breeze is still showing the same score, 6-5. Benjamin 14-6 over South Fork. Palm Beach Central over Jupiter, 18-7. That probably ends Jupiter's season. Pinecrest 11-9 over Heritage Plantation. Berkeley Prep and Academy of the Holy Names. I don't have a final in on that. Heritage Del Rey, Juggernaut 19-0 over King's Academy. St. Augustine 20-1 over Menendez. St. Petersburg Catholic still showing 11-8. I assume that's a final. Haggerty, easy. East Ridge with the mild upset, 11-9 over Windermere. Sun Lake 9-7 over Cypress Creek. That's the first time we've seen that one. Let's take a look at that one. Sun Lake and Cypress Creek, I believe, is not really sure. That's probably a 2A. Well, let's see. Cypress Creek. Maybe it's up north. Okay, why is this harder to find than it should be? There we go. Okay, Region 2, 1A. Cypress Creek was coming in at the 4 seed. Sun Lake knocked them off. And that's kind of strange. This is the girls. I've got Cypress Creek at number 4. I don't even have Sun Lake listed in the top 12. Is this a major upset? Wow, we got to check this one out. Okay, girls 1A. This is District 5. Sun Lake was the 2 seeds. So there's really no reason why they shouldn't have shown up. Let's see where the FHSAA had them. All Saints, Holy Trinity, West Shore, South Lake. Somehow they weren't even listed. I must have made a mistake on this one. Let's see where Sun Lake is. Catch a tweet first. Cardinal Mooney of the 18-7 win. Thank you, Jason, for that. Let's quickly go to the FHSAA website because I obviously missed something here. Sun Lake, girls rankings. 1A. Put 100 schools up. Sort this by region. Sun Lake was ranked 58th. That's why we didn't see it. This is stunning. Sun Lake was the 5th team out, ranked 58th in the state in 1A by the FHSAA. Now I've got to check to see how our competing ranking system, where they had them. This is absolutely stunning. This might be the story of the night. Florida 1A, Sun Lake. They're ranked 55th by the outside. Congratulations to Sun Lake girls. Land O'Lakes, Florida, knocking, and again, I'm assuming, before I say this, I should put the caveat. I am assuming that this has been posted correctly. Let's check to see what happened in the regular season here. This is absolutely stunning. Sun Lake, Cypress Creek. They actually beat Cypress Creek in the regular season. Boy, did Cypress Creek was ranked 51st. So maybe this isn't quite the upset. It's just, was a weak district. That's kind of how it kind of played out. But congratulations to Sun Lake. They've gone from not even being a Final Four out, and now they're going to the dance. They're going to the brackets. Congratulations, Sun Lake. 9-7 over Cypress Creek on the girls' side. I doubt very much Cypress Creek will be at an at-large bid. Okay, let's go back to the Twitter. See what we got. See if we finally have something at Berkeley. Looks like Niceville is done 16-8. Gulf Coast is up 6-3 on Riverview, Sarasota. If 4 minutes left in the third quarter, I can tell you right now, if that holds, this is like case number 1 about how bad the system is in some instances. Okay. I'm going to text Booker quickly. So right now, Gulf Coast, that's one of the key games right now. And we're still waiting to see. It looks like Niceville 16-8. Let's get a refresh going. Quickly send Jason a thank you. Okay. We got on the boys' side. Okay. See if anything new has popped up. Gulf Breeze holds on, 11-7 win over South Walton. Let's see how that affects that region. South Walton had come in at 28. Gulf Breeze, I believe, at 36. So that'll vault Gulf Breeze up. And I had said the possibility that St. Augustine will move up into a 3 seed. That's a good possibility now. It looks like Bowles, Oak Hall, St. Augustine, and then Gulf Breeze at 4. Episcopal certainly will stay at 5. Maclay looks like in all likelihood it stays at 6. Then we'll have probably South Walton was at 28. I would suspect we're still going to have South Walton at 7, Pensacola Catholic at 8, because Menendez would have had the possibility of moving up, but they're going to have to beat St. Augustine, I believe, to do it. That's going to be tough. So that's a key game. St. Augustine and Menendez are playing tomorrow, and that'll determine, I think, whether or not Pensacola Catholic makes the bracket or not. And so, that's a little bit of movement there. But Gulf Breeze coming back and taking the win over South Walton and gets probably the number 4 seed in 2A, or I guess it's 1A. Yeah, 1A in Region 1. We'll call it a final. Bowls, that's a final. St. Thomas with a 21-10 win over Western. That won't change anything. Windermere 15-4. St. Andrews, we still got the 7-5 score in the third quarter. And they're listing Spanish River and Boca Raton in the first quarter at 2-2. That's being played at all places, Patch Reef Park in Boca, because of the unavailability of the girls. For those of you who missed the story on this, West Broward and Stoneman were both in Region 4. Stoneman was in the district with Spanish River and Boca Raton. There was a brawl at the game. Both teams were not allowed to play in the districts. And that all of a sudden made Boca Raton and Spanish River the likely final. The problem was West Broward was supposed to host the district. So basically they probably had to scramble to find the playing fields. And they ended up playing at Patch Reef Park in Boca, which has a nice facility. There's nothing wrong with it. And because the Boca High was hosting the girls district, so they got to keep the field. And basically that's where they are, and don't have a score any further than that. To be honest, I expect Boca to win the game, but Spanish River is giving them, hanging in there and giving it to them pretty good. So it's 2-2 with the last score here. Let's see. Do we have a final yet? They posted a better picture of what caused the Canterbury Community School game to be postponed. Collin 13-8. We know. Here we go. Osceola in overtime with the 10-9 win in the third overtime. 30 seconds left. Congratulations to them. Let's take a quick look because, that was, Berkeley was right on the edge, and the team behind Berkeley was Cypress Creek, which also lost, and Calvary Christian. So it looks like Berkeley Prep is going to barely hold on to that last at-large bid. And congrats to Osceola. Looks like they're going to move on They'll probably be the 4th seed because either Community School or Canterbury, whoever wins that district, is ranked well above them. But I believe this is the first time in the brackets for Osceolas, and congratulations to them. Big win. By the way, tomorrow, I think what we'll do is we'll pass on morning coffee because I'm going to try to put together a bracketology program instead. Hopefully, I'll have the help of Varsity Sports Network and we'll broadcast it at night. But instead of morning coffee tomorrow, probably going to dig in. As I mentioned before, Good Friday, stock market's closed. I have a 3-day weekend. For those of you who don't know, I'm an investment manager by day and a lacrosse nerd at night. And so this will give me time to really try to come up with what I think is going to happen in the brackets. And we'll see if I'm right or not. So we're getting, we're at 9 o'clock. We're 2 hours into the broadcast. Thank you for checking in, those who did. And hopefully, if you haven't, you've subscribed to the YouTube channel. Please do so. If you haven't, call up every single person you know. Tell them how great we do a job here. To be honest, if you're a lacrosse fan in this state, subscribe to it. If you don't watch it live, we leave everything up on demand. I'm sure there's something you're going to want to watch. And if you don't necessarily want to watch just us, we have varsitysportsnetwork.org. They have their own YouTube channel. They broadcast an awful lot of lacrosse. And they're certainly getting up. They want to make a huge push in the sport. They are thrilled that they have this type of content, and we're working with them daily to do that. And hopefully we'll be taping tomorrow night. Subscribe to their YouTube channel also. Follow them on Twitter, VSN Florida. And I think actually they have multiple Twitters. They have Tallahassee, VSN Tallahassee, VSN Orlando. Once they have their studio set up, it's a 16-channel network online. And believe me, it's set up beautifully so that as content grows, you're going to be amazed at what you can find there. They're a big-time football outlet. If you're looking for Larry Bluestein or Dan LaForest on the football side, if you know who they are, they're with Varsity Sports Network. We're proud to say that we're a major content provider now for them. And take a look at Brevard Sports Network when you get a chance. When they do lacrosse, they do a great job. Check out Alan and Caleb and the rest over there. They had the Holy Trinity game on tonight. Let's do a quick let's do a quick recap and see what we got here. Because, boy, we've got that Gulf Coast game. That's a huge one. See if we got an update on Gulf Coast. 7-4 in the 4th. Gulf Coast holds on. That'll right or wrong. Riverview, Sarasota likely is in also. And matter of fact, let's just quickly check that. Riverview, Sarasota was the 4th seed at 21 in the state. Lakewood Ranch is at 31 in the state. In all likelihood, they would fall off, assuming Gulf Coast holds on. Gulf Coast should never have been in this position to begin with. And now they look like they're rallying, and they're going to grab the number 4 seed. And that'll knock Wiregrass Ranch out. And that'll probably, I shouldn't even necessarily say, hold on. Probably not. It would be number 4 seed, and they would get Steinbrenner. Gulf Coast Steinbrenner in the first round is definitely worth going to see. And Mitchell has now moved up to the 3 slot because they knocked off Steinbrenner. So there's definitely some movement in boys 2A Region 3. Okay, we got another coming in. 10-6 final. Once again, St. Andrews pulling away from Pinecrest in the 4th. They're now the number 1 seed in Region 4 and 1A. They will likely be playing, I believe it's going to be, it could be, the number 8, whoever the number is, probably St. John Paul in the first round, unless The team in front of them falls off a little bit. Matter of fact, let's just, because I can't remember off the top of my head, and check. Because we had Westminster Christian in there, and that obviously is not going to stay the same way. We've got Gulliver at number 4, playing Pinecrest at number 5. It's going to be Berlin. We don't know yet who Berlin's going to play, because you got Heritage Plantation, Westminster, St. John Paul. Heritage Plantation and Christian both lost in the semifinals. I think that St. John Paul is going to potentially move up to 6. And if so, that would be Berlin and St. John Paul. I believe have already played. I think St. John Paul's already knocked them off. So this could very well come down to what I predicted on the Varsity Sports Network show, which would be St. Andrews, Oxbridge, St. John Paul, and Pinecrest as the final 4, with St. Andrews again playing Pinecrest and St. John Paul again playing Oxbridge. And then we'll see in the finals. It really is something that, those 4 schools could just keep playing each other. I mean, it's for each of them, it's 3 times in a year. Okay. Refresh again. Let's see what we've got on the girls' side. And thanks to Mark Geddes for reporting in on that. And look at Twitter. It doesn't look anything new is up there. On the girls' side, let's see what we got. Okay. That Key West is definitely a final, 15-4 over Miami Country Day. Naples, we're not sure, 10-2 over Barron Collier. Lake Island Prep, 16-6 over Bishop Moore. Pensacola Catholic holding on, knocking out Gulf Breeze, 10-9. Steinbrenner over Wiregrass, 20-2. We'll check out that Pensacola Gulf Breeze situation in a moment. Benjamin, 14-6 over South Fork. That's a final. Berkeley Prep, 18-9 over Academy of the Holy Names. That's a big second half for them. Congrats to them. Palm Beach Central, likely knocking Jupiter out of the playoffs, 18-7. Pinecrest holds on, 11-9 over American Heritage Plantation. American Heritage Del Rey, 19-0 over Kings Academy. We have nothing in on Lake Mineola and All Saints. Niceville and Navarre, I believe. I don't know. I don't think we've seen Niceville and Navarre necessarily on the girls' side yet. St. Petersburg Catholic, 11-8. We have nothing on Out of Door Academy and St. Stephen's Episcopal. If anyone could maybe give us an update there. Gulf Coast and Venice, looks like we have nothing there. Haggerty, 19-1 over Winter Park as a final. East Ridge with a mild upset over Windermere, 11-9. St. Thomas Aquinas on the girls' side, up 18-6, final over Western. Sun Lake still showing 9-7 over Cypress Creek. Looks like Celebration is all over Bartow, 24-11. Lake Mary Oviedo, no score. Plant Newsom, no update on Max Preps. I know it was, I think, 4-4 at the half, 5-4 Plant at the half. Wolfson and Episcopal School, I think Wolfson will comfortably win that game. We don't have anything in on that yet. Let's go back to Twitter and see if we've got anything further. Go to the home page and see what we've got. I have to go up a ways here, pick up some scores. See if we can get something on the girls' side. Okay, we'll take care of that. Cardinal Mooney, we already took care of. Osceola being reported by Tampa Lax report. Yeah, it looks like St. Petersburg, that's a final 11-8. Doesn't look like we have other things left. Looks like a big day for Berkeley's Quinn. She had at least 9 goals with 3 minutes left. Don't see, doesn't look like I've got anything else. Okay, nothing else there. All right, so there's some games that are still out there that we really think are very important. Newsom 10 now up 10. Okay, Newsom, that's a final. Thank you, Jason, for tweeting. Newsom 10-7 over Plant on the girls' side, and that's a final. So that one's in the books. Thank you, Jason. Let's see on the boys. So I go back to the boys' side, see if we got anything. Still showing Gulf Coast 7-4. We got Boca 4-3 over Spanish River. That's updated. Creekside finished off Flagler Palm Coast 18-6. Niceville 17-8 over Childs. On the boys' side, I think that's 2A. Congrats to Niceville. We'll see them the first time in the rankings or in the brackets. I don't really have anything left outside these scores that are out there. So I think maybe it's a good idea if we call it a night. We'll be able to sort of, if anything comes in later, we obviously have some games that aren't finals. But at this point, some of really the Gulf Coast Riverview game is the key one, still looking, as well as Boca and Spanish River. Those are the only two left that look like they're going to mean anything that aren't over. Canterbury Community School is now tomorrow. We know Osceola is in the book with the 10-9 win over Berkeley. So I think that I think I'll call it a night. Thank all of you who have tuned in, checked in, helped out around the state. Tom Congdon up north. Thank you for reporting in. Jason Laureano over in Cardinal Mooney. Plus, we had the great tandem of Booker Corrigan and Rick Beardsley, who at halftime gave us an update of that game. Thanks, guys. Hope to do a lot more with you in the future. We had Rip Pratt up at St. Edwards. We had, oh gosh, who am I leaving out here? We've got Vic Jewell over in Jupiter. Thanks. And then on the side here, Scott Moore of the Mitchell Steinbrenner updates. Bo Bartlett checking in. Bo, thanks a lot for checking in with us. Make sure all your kids are subscribed. I don't want to hear anything about how they're not subscribed. So, again, thank you very much. If you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. There won't be any morning coffee tomorrow. This is Lee Roggenberg saying so long from the Sunshine State.